Good Sunday afternoon, everyone. Welcome to GardenStateWeather.com and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, providing superior forecasting for the northern mid-Atlantic on our websites and also on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. This is the early edition of the afternoon video forecast discussion for this Sunday, the 5th of April, 2020. And, well, I'm starting out with iced coffee this morning. I'll start out by looking at the latest temperatures around the region from Rutgers, New Jersey Weather Network. This morning at 11:42, temperatures are in the upper 50s here across the Connecticut River Valley into the New York City metropolitan area down on Long Island. Temperatures already soaring well into the low and mid 60s, 50s first, but lower 60s already. And many areas are going to see temperatures this afternoon in the 60s for highs. Wind speeds are all out of the west right now and southwest, and this westerly flow is going to allow for warmer temperatures this afternoon across all of the region. Downsloping winds here out of the west and southwest, or westerly direction, I should say, will support wind gusts here about 5 miles an hour or so or less, but very warm temperatures. And when we look at the wind gusts right now, you can see that they're very, very light. Speeds under about 10 miles an hour or less. Latest surface chart from weatheroanoke.com using digital atmosphere software. Here's a trough axis heading off of the Atlantic. Here comes the warm air advection with the southwest winds ahead of this very minute and weak cold front across the southeast of Canada, Toronto, and into western Pennsylvania, and then snaking down towards the Tennessee and Mississippi River Valley area. And also have an onshore flow and a couple of different troughs here, providing some rain showers across central and southern Florida and offshore this morning too. Some minoring high pressure building in across the Great Lakes, and another new storm system. This is a very active one. Look, it's already occluding off the California coast, and it brought a ton of snow, feet of snow, into the mountains here in California. We discussed this on a previous post on Facebook from electroverse.com this morning, and it's going to be an active pattern going forward as we head into the next 10 days. And as described yesterday, a lot more cloud cover around the area, but warm temperatures this afternoon, so do get outside and walk. Of course, I will be outside after a few chores this morning. We can see our big storm system well out here over the Atlantic, producing clouds on this side, and then our warm air advection pattern starting here and introducing some spotty cumulus clouds here across the west. In Pennsylvania, with some clearing too, and we're going to be mostly cloudy for the rest of today with a few breaks in between. We already see some of those breaks now in northwestern New Jersey, but more cloud cover will begin to fill in once again. Low-level water vapor channel shows the amount of moisture in the atmosphere here that's coming up, spinning around here and getting into portions of Pennsylvania and also into southern New Jersey and northern New Jersey. So mostly cloudy skies for much of the day, but pretty much rain-free. Could be a few sprinkles here and there, but I'm not really seeing much support for that. And here comes a little bit more additional shortwave energy and warm air advection, I should say, across Ohio and getting into Pennsylvania as well. And checking in with our friends at the National Weather Service office in Mount Holly this afternoon, you can find a few of these areas of coastal flood statements and also some flood advisories here for Delaware, for New Jersey, Ocean County facing beaches, and portions of the Baltimore, Washington area where the tributaries here. And this is going to be for high tide cycles and low water inundation, probably a foot or less in low-lying areas, so we'll be monitoring this too. Here's our national radar this morning showing some rain showers and stuff right along an old frontal boundary here in northern Florida, and in portions of central and southern Florida there are some rain showers as well. These showers here along this leading edge ahead of the cold front are dying out as they approach the New Jersey, New York metro area. And basically here a big storm system with additional rain and mountain snows filling in spokes here in northern and central California. And from the iWeatherNet, storm brows are here at about 5 minutes in front of noon. There's temperatures in the 70s and lower 80s down around Miami. Temperatures in the 40s, 50s, and 60s already getting up in this area. And 60s and 70s across the Tennessee and Mississippi and Alabama River Valley area here into Texas as well. And we have some rain, as mentioned, in Florida, especially over the Panhandle and north central Florida. Not much going on here. A few more showers across western Virginia, but nothing severe. We're not seeing really any lightning strikes. These are higher than normal astronomical high tides around Georgia and South Carolina's coast this morning. And also here in California, we have some non-thunderstorm wind damage as this storm is potent as it heads into the California coast. National warnings here again in the upper Midwest and of course the Mississippi River Valley area. Some flood advisories remain in effect, or some flood warnings actually. Also for portions of Carolina and Georgia, very minute though. And of course across Delaware we have that coastal flood warning for that inundation of water. Normal, higher than normal astronomical high tides must be approaching a full moon. I'll take a look at that. Out in Colorado and in northern New Mexico, we have a winter storm warning in effect. And we also have wind advisories here in Nevada and parts of California. The main story today is the rain and mountain snows, with winter storm warnings through much of this area that has already received 2, 3, 4, 5 feet of snow in the last 24 hours. And from October 1st of last year till today, this morning, in Northern California, for the season they've had greater than 67 inches of snow. But look, in some of the mountains for the season they've had better than 121 inches of snow across the mountainous areas this season so far. National Digital Database forecasted high temperatures over the next 7 days. Today in the mid-60s across the region, except out on central and eastern Long Island. It's always cooler with an onshore flow, or just water, just the water and wave action from off the water, keeping those temperatures cooler than average. For everybody else over the landmass is going to get well into the 60s. The darndest thing about this whole thing is that all the parks are closed, and even the Cherry Blossom Festival has been canceled in New Jersey. I'm not sure about Washington, D.C., but I'm pretty sure with COVID-19 going around and lockdown in place, social distancing, that it probably is as well. It's a shame. We've lost a lot of holidays, and we've got Passover and Easter coming up this weekend, next weekend as well, so I don't know what the situation is going to be. Unprecedented, just what's going on. And let's see, let's get back to Tuesday. Temperatures in the low to mid 60s, upper 60s in the Delaware River Valley area. And on Wednesday, ahead of the warm front, cold front here, we've got temperatures again in the mid and upper 60s, low to mid 70s in the Washington, D.C. area. So the weather is really going to warm up. Then the cold front comes through, temperatures upper 50s to lower 70s still on Thursday. But by Friday, everything kind of calms down. Low to mid 50s, mid and upper 50s to the south and west. And the cold air is now in place over the weekend with temperatures in the upper 40s to near 60 degrees from northeast to southwest. Northeast forecast trends through the week, so says the European model guidance. The next basic thing with some of this convection might be a short wave passing through Toronto and south into Pennsylvania. Could be some showers, maybe some periods of a heavier rain downpour on Wednesday morning as this heads off into the Atlantic. And then really the next thing is the cold front that comes through late Thursday night and Friday morning, with introducing some rain showers and light rain around the area. It could be some heavier spokes of rain around northeastern New Jersey, the lower Hudson Valley into Connecticut. That moves out, and then cold air advection builds in. We're seeing a dry weekend on Friday and Saturday, but here comes, and this is also during the time that Passover starts at this time too. And then on Sunday, this looks interesting. This is what the European wants to do, but bring up a big rainstorm up along the East Coast. And if that's the case, we could be in for some very heavy rain on Easter Sunday. But I don't know. I'm going to have to look at the other guidance. This looks very interesting. It could be a very rainy Easter Sunday here, on top of all the other things that we have going on right now. And then cold air advection builds back in for the early part of next week, with then a zonal flow once again as we head into the middle of, not next week, but the following week, yes. No, it is next week, actually. Yes. Again, that's last night's European model run. Verification scores on this time of the year from March to April, as everything is in transition. The seasons are in transition. The jet streams are in transition. the modeling is not really good past several days. So I wouldn't trust that guidance from last night about Sunday, Easter Sunday, because I'm looking at all the other guidance and there is no support for a coastal storm of that nature here on Easter Sunday. But we'll check out the latest guidance again during the afternoon. So that's a wrap for this afternoon. We'll be back early tonight with the latest from GardenStateWeather.com, GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. I'm meteorologist Robert Smith. You have a good Sunday afternoon out there. The best you can. Be safe. Remember, continue to practice social distancing as best you can. Let's hope that, this afternoon's update from the governor here doesn't say that, not only do we have to all wear masks, but we may not be able to, go to the store if we have to. And I was out early this morning, and I can tell you people are lining up at like 5:30, 6 o'clock online just to wait for the store to open up. It's beyond crazy. Anyway, that's it for now. We'll be back this evening. Have a good Sunday afternoon.